And listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're involved right now. It's crazy. It's loud. It's hectic. We're in New York City. But I want you to listen to the No Holds Barred Network.
Enough is enough. They're always taking their sides, careless and nine, plus and minus their divide.
Hey guys, welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the EVP of Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies, Tiffany. And I already see Ray starting his crap with his hands. I'm the Italian one here, Ray. I'm the Italian one flopping my hands around and I already see you. So since, you're too good and you complain about me all the time doing these intros, you can go ahead and finish it.
Wow. So you can't even finish the intro?
No, because I see you already acting up.
Okay. So what's up, guys? Once again, this is Under the Ropes. My name is the youre Ramundo, and we are joined by a very, very special guest. He is the Synergy Cruiserweight Crown Champion or holder. Not sure what to call it, but we'll get the name correctly eventually by the end of the podcast. But he is overtime the Windy City Kid himself, TJ Crawford. How's it going, TJ?
It is going good. And the only reason I'm not wearing the crown right now is because people better pay money to see me wear the crown.
Oh.
There you go.
If you want to see me in the crown, you got to pay money to see me in the crown.
Oh, man. Oh, okay. Well, there you have it, guys. So.
He's got to know his worth, starting off hot.
Oh, okay. So I hope it's all, shined and looking pretty and all that. So I hope it's in a safe spot.
Well, the king probably has subjects, right? You have someone cleaning it for you. You make sure everything's okay. You shouldn't have to clean it yourself.
Yes.
That's not how this works.
Yes.
I mean, it's not even with me right now. It's with my people right now. Getting clean, making sure all the gems are real nice. So.
Okay. Cool. I hope to see it next weekend. So at Synergy. So. But guys, if you're new here to the No Holds Barred Network and Under the Ropes, me and Ray, we interview wrestlers, referees, behind the scenes, promoters, anything behind with independent wrestling, we got you covered. So please share the stream. Let's get some people in here. If you have questions for TJ, drop them in the chat and we'll read them during our questions. So anything else there, Ray, before we jump right in there?
No, TJ, if you're ready to get this started, we'll begin asking the questions.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right, let's start this off because, me and Ray know who you are. But for viewers that might not know you, how did you become a professional wrestler?
All right, so I got my start back in January of 2016. I was away at college at Illinois State University and hated it and decided that I wanted to go start my training a little bit earlier than I had expected, and luckily I had the support of my parents behind me. But I got my start at Creative Pro New Jersey under Pat Buck and Dan Moff and Mario Baccara and Kevin Matthews. Guys like Bobby Wayward, Anthony Bowens, Matt McIntosh have all come from there. So choosing that school was the easiest decision of my life, just seeing the talent that came out of there. That's just how I got my start. It was just I wanted to just be a professional wrestler. With the technology we have now, I was able to just look up a school online, boom, hop on a plane, and bam, there I am.
There you go.
Well, it was that easy.
That easy.
There you go.
Good.
Well, let's keep it going. Let's talk a little bit about your character evolution. For those that might have known you from your start, you were part of a little faction called the Beach Bums over at Wrestle Pro. Can you talk to us, though, how we get from the Beach Bums to overtime TJ Crawford to now being the Windy City Kid?
Yeah, so the whole Beach Bums gimmick was it was something that was like I'd never imagined myself doing something like that because I didn't grow up a surfer. I didn't grow up like on the beach. I grew up in the city. I grew up in Chicago. So that was like a huge challenge for me to have to do that. But Brody and Freddie, I give those guys all the credit in the world. They're not wrestling anymore, but I wish they were because they're incredible talents. But transitioning from doing the Beach Bums character to Overtime was a little weird because I kind of had to. It's like one night I was Beach Bum, the next night I was a basketball player. It was like, and the only reason I kind of went from Beach Bum to Overtime basketball player character was because I was so comfortable doing like comedy wrestling and all that that doing something more like character driven was something I was more comfortable with than just my in-ring ability. And then as the months and probably about a year progressed, I decided to drop the Overtime name, decided to drop the basketball persona, and just kind of let myself go flow through. And that's where the Windy City Kid was born. I don't remember exactly where I came up with the nickname. I think it was I was like sitting down one day and I was looking about like a bunch of like Derrick Rose's like nicknames, and one came up as like Windy City Assassin, and I was like, that'd be kind of cool, but I'll change it up, Windy City Kid, because I was also a huge Shawn Michaels fan growing up, so.
There you go.
So since you're from Chicago, like, let's talk about your favorite pizza there. Like, I've been to Chicago. I've had the deep dish. I mean, I'm a New Yorker. I still love my New York pizza. It's still the best. But I'm one of those New Yorkers that actually like Chicago pizza. So what's the special one?
Some guy who doesn't like Chicago pizza. It's weird.
No?
I'm not a fan of the deep dish pizza. It's just like, I don't know. I'm more of a fan of like thin crust pizza, just like traditional pizza. But you know what's weird is in Chicago, we cut our pizza into squares and you guys cut them into slices. So that's the biggest difference of like when you get a pizza from a place in Chicago, they're all cut in squares. When you get it from a place in New York or pretty much anywhere else in the world, they're cut into regular like triangles. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the deep dish pizza.
Interesting.
Yeah. I get the same reaction from everybody. They're always like, "Really? That's so confusing that you're from Chicago and don't like Chicago pizza."
Not really. I mean,
I've adapted too much to the tri-state. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like just got accustomed to this style of pizza, like the triangle.
I think the funniest thing is when I went to Chicago and I went with a couple of friends to, I forgot what the pizzeria place was, but I have those, you know, the Italian tendencies because I'm half Italian, and the way that I was raised is you say mozzarella. So it's the way that I say it that anybody else would be like, huh? So like the girl looked at me and she's like, we got mozzarella.
I'm with you. I'm like 100% Italian, so.
So you get it. She like looked at me like I had 6 heads.
Definitely get it.
You get it. Kyle's in the chat. Hi, Kyle. He said pineapple on pizza. Let's go. Okay, what are your thoughts about pineapple on pizza?
If that's what you like, that's what you like.
He's saying safe over there.
He's being very like he's trying not to piss certain people off because it's
Yeah.
a very controversial subject.
I don't
like that sense.
I don't mind pineapple on pizza. That's because also like I'm also like a garbage can. I'll eat anything. So.
Well, don't eat the garbage. Like that's disgusting. You know, like. Actually, me and Ray, we did pineapple and bacon recently, right? Like, that was pretty good because it's got that sweet and salty with it.
I would say this. It's not my go-to, but it's not the worst. Like, there probably are other topics, but... Tiff, let's keep it going.
All right, let's keep it going. I'm sorry. We got distracted because we were talking about Chicago.
Making me hungry.
Okay, we seem to do that a lot on this podcast. We get people hungry. Especially Alex Zane's on the podcast. We're always talking about tacos. So, okay. So, again, let's go into a little bit about, like, people that might not know you. So, what's the best way you would define your wrestling style as?
Strong style would be, like, the way I would, like, that's the style I would, like, say that I wrestle more strong style. I fell in love with the Japanese style of wrestling when I got into wrestling. I wasn't a fan of it prior to me being a wrestler. It wasn't until about maybe like a year or two into my wrestling career where I really started to discover like my love for the Japanese style of wrestling. Hence why I have a t-shirt on ProWrestlingTees.com/overtime TJ Crawford, Chicago Strong Style, available in black and red.
Nice. Actually, those are
Oh,
in the
no.
description below, guys. So his information for his merch is there as well.
Definitely.
So our friend MGB Graham, he's actually also in the chat. He sent out a fan tweet. He said, "I just saw highlights of a no ropes you had against Blake Christian. So what do you Okay, we're gonna do.
Yeah, he phrased it weird because he said, "How would you do?" And
Yeah.
then, what do
Well,
you
how would
think
you
of?
do
So
Raw
it's like,
Underground?
yeah. So I guess you're like, what do you think you would fare in it? I guess he phrased it a little weird, and then I guess your thoughts on, I guess, that concept of no ropes.
Well, I'll start off with the Raw Underground one. I think I would fare decently well. I did Taekwondo when I was a kid, so I do have that background. So I think I'd fare pretty well. But seeing the guys that they have on there, I don't know. Dolph Ziggler's an actual like Kent State wrestling champion, so that probably wouldn't fare too well. But yeah, with the Violence and Suffering show, unfortunately wasn't able to have ropes just due to not having the right pieces and just a lot of other things that were going on that day.
Yeah.
That led to the reasoning why there was no ropes. But yeah, it was me, Blake Christian, Sebastian Cage, Nola Catano, Chris Barton, and Everett Cross. I don't believe I'm leaving anybody out of that. I think that's everybody.
No, that was it. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a six-way scramble match, and getting the opportunity to work with Blake is really cool, especially because he is so hot in the independents right now. So, you know, just getting it like the opportunity to step into the ring with him was really cool, and having to kind of work around having no ropes. I've never done that before. I've never wrestled with no ropes, so it was really challenging, but it was also really cool to like go about putting a match together without having to hit the ropes.
It's different.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely different. I've seen a couple of like the no ropes match. Anthony Gangone is known for his no rope matches, which are amazing. But I was very intrigued with you and Blake. Blake is another one of my favorites. I got to get him under the ropes episodes one of these days. But I'd love to see you and him one-on-one.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hopefully with ropes though, because I think like that would add another element to it.
Nope,
Yes.
Or maybe not, because
Let's keep the ropes out of it, because that's where he's more comfortable.
See?
it might be better for you because how you're more of that like striker and more technical style. It might help you without ropes being there. But how Violence and Suffering though, he was still able to fly.
Yeah.
He still did a frog splash with no ropes there.
Despite it, but not gonna lie though, he gave me a couple kicks and a couple palm strikes. He kicked my ass. I'm not gonna lie about that. He kicked my ass.
I need to see this. Colin, he's in the chat. He said TJ would be great on Raw Underground if dick kicks were legal. and then he said, we're not that famous yet. Every show right now is Synergy Underground. I don't know. You getting some speed up there, Colin.
Yeah, I was gonna say Synergy got some traction. Like,
Yeah.
Everyone loves Synergy right now. We're talking to the current cruiserweight crown champion.
Yeah.
Like, Synergy's known. But let's keep it going though. Let's keep it going. So no problem, MGB. We got you. We interpreted the question as best as we could. Hopefully we did it justice there. This is the big question I like to ask everyone. What does stepping into the ring mean for you?
Especially, I mean, over the last year, it's kind of just been my escape. I've had a lot of problems in my personal life over the past year, and I took this year especially. I kind of looked at wrestling with a whole new perspective, and it made me more appreciative of not only like just having the opportunity to be able to step into a ring, because I mean I know there's guys who physically can't wrestle just based off like physical limitations and stuff like that. So I am very blessed that I am able to do that. But I remember the first time that I walked through the curtain and I stepped in the ring, like it was it's so cliche to say, but it was such a rush of adrenaline, and it was such a different feeling, and I've never felt that before. And like, no matter what goes on in my life, wrestling will always be like my number one. It will always be the only place that I ever feel 100% me, is when I'm in between the ropes.
That's great. That's great. And
Okay, that's awesome.
Colin just said, let me tell you, all stories aside, TJ Crawford is a rock star. I love him, and he's earned everything he's gotten here. Work ethic for days.
Aww.
I love it here.
Go. I'm going to put Colin over for a second. Not going to give him too much.
Okay.
But Colin, I'm surprised he ever decided to book me on a show, because there was a point where I would message Colin every single day, like, give me an opportunity, give me an opportunity, give me an opportunity. And then one day, just out of nowhere, it's like 2 days before the Black Friday show, I think in 2018, he's like, I got a cancellation, you're in, prove that you deserve a spot here. And luckily I was able to wrestle Matt McIntosh, who's someone who I've trained with, and I'm good friends with outside of the ring. And yeah, ever since then, I think I've been on every Synergy show since. Maybe like one. I missed one just due to scheduling. But yeah, Colin, you're listening, obviously, and you've done a great job with Synergy, and I'm watching the place grow and being able to see the passion and the heart that you put into it. I give you all my respect.
We love Colin. We're huge, huge fans. And actually, Colin's going to come on the No Holds Barred Network next week and chat with us. I'm looking forward to that too. So,
little
yes.
announcement already.
So stay tuned, guys. Make sure you're following the No Holds Barred Network Twitter to find everything out. So here's a question that I actually like asking a lot of the wrestlers. Do you have like some pre-match rituals that you have like before?
Not my only really like pre-match rituals. I try to do like 20 push-ups before my music hits, just to like get a nice little pump before I walk out. But back when I was in Beach Bums, my old ritual used to be every night before a show. Obviously, if it wasn't like I had multiple shows in a row, mostly if my weekend was starting on a Friday and Thursday night, I would always go to the movies. Like I would just see a random. It didn't matter what was out. I would just go see a random movie and just sit in the movie theater with just myself. I would go by myself and just sit in the movie theater, be alone, watch a movie, come out of it clear head, ready to go into the weekend.
Oh, interesting. I like that. Colin says, "Tell me I'm pretty."
He tells himself pretty enough.
Colin, you're pretty. Also, Matt Awesome's in the Facebook. I can't. You guys are a mess. This is why I love having a chat. Matt Awesome's in the chat, and he says, "How was it wrestling with Sebastian Cage?"
Awesome. Every time I get to wrestle Sebastian Cage is awesome. Me and Sebastian have, over the past couple of years, have gotten pretty close. And I think we got even closer once Matt Travis had passed away. I know it affected Sebastian really, really hard. He was I was friends with Matt, but I wasn't as close with Matt as someone like Sebastian was. So that's kind of where we got very close kind of when that happened. And we got a chance to wrestle each other the night after Matt had passed away at Wrestling Has It Tomorrow. And man, I'm going to get emotional like talking about it, because like Sebastian, you could tell that when we were like talking throughout the day, he was very distraught about it. Like he was very like down about everything, and all he wanted to do was go out there and just put on the best performance he could for Matt. And ever since, I mean, even before that, he's always been tremendous in the ring. But ever since then, he really, really stepped his game up. And man, I wrestle Sebastian Cage every single day. I love that dude. Love that dude to death.
He's a good guy. He also asks, what's his diet like? He goes, I need a new diet plan.
I mean, my diet, I usually get my meals through like a meal plan service. So I do have, like, I don't make my own food really. So I get all this stuff like pre-made, and I know it's healthy and everything. But hopefully soon I will be a certified nutritionist. So everybody can hit me up on all my social media accounts, and I will set up a nutrition plan for you with the right price.
There you go, Matt. There you go.
There we go. And Another Loach plug again. Links in the description. You can go follow him there.
Yes.
You'll be able to get your quote right
there.
You want Tiff, you want to do the next fan tweet or should I?
Oh, you can do the fan tweet. I think we kind of like answered it, but you could read it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's about, again, pizza from our good friend, Good Cop, Bad Cop podcast, asking, I want to get the best Chicago-style pizza. Where should I go? And what's your go-to pizza? So you kind of answered that, but I guess Chicago, what would you recommend? What's the best pizza to get?
If anybody's going to Chicago, I'm gonna recommend Riccobenni's on 26th Street. That's the place where I grew up, about like 5 blocks away from there. So that was the place that I would always go to, and just based off like all the different places I've had, I would say that's the best spot to get. Not only just pizza, but just like any kind of. They have steak sandwiches, buffalo chicken sandwiches, and all that. So, like, if anyone were to ask me where to go in Chicago, I would recommend Riccobenni's on 26th Street.
Yum. I really am getting hungry.
I know. I think we got to ship to Chicago. And all this
we're going to have to stop asking questions about food during our streams.
I think Heavy Machinery actually they did a vlog where they went there to eat.
Oh, really? How cool.
I think I've seen that.
That's awesome.
A couple months ago, so.
That's fun. That's definitely fun.
So if they like it, then everybody should like it.
Okay.
Well then, Tucky, I guess. Okay, so next question. Well, I guess we should have said as well, congratulations. You are the inaugural Cruiserweight crown holder. However, my question though, you might not like this question. How could you stoop so low to become the first holder? Like, why did you have to pull that? Like, we've seen you wrestle before. What was the idea of that kick? Like, what? Come on, man.
I mean, look, I said going into the match that I would do whatever I can to win. Especially once Casey was taken out of the match, I knew I had to win for Casey. Because, like I said, I will give Casey a match for the Cruiserweight crown. I said she's not going to be first, because obviously she's not. The Whisper is going to be first. But I wanted to keep the Cruiserweight crown within Synergy. I didn't need Ellis Taylor taking the crown and doing whatever, like, bringing it to whatever shitty places he's going. No, the crown needs to stay at Synergy. And come on, you've seen me in the crown, right? It looks pretty good on me.
It is pretty.
If you say so. It's still like a little bit of a cop out of an answer, but I'll take it. So you're right.
Said I would. It takes to win the crown, and I did. I'm not a liar.
Hold on.
There you go. There you have it. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit back and forth. So what move do you define as your finisher, and what made you choose it?
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear that.
What move do you define as your finisher, and what made you choose it?
My finisher is once I pin the person 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
No matter what move gets me to the 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I'd say the skyscraper, like the sit out F5, would be like the normal move that I would finish people off with. That's why I had to stoop so low, because Ellis kicked out of my finishing maneuver. I had to do that to beat him.
See, Ray? You see?
Well then, so I guess. Well then, okay. So if the Whisper hits you in next match, if he kicks you there, it's okay, right? Like, it's all fair to get a win.
I mean, if that's where he wants to go right ahead.
Well then, I'm just asking, just trying to get the. Like, we're trying to all be on the same head here. Like, okay, got you.
Oh, by the way, Michael Starks is in the chat. He said Chicago is known for their hot dogs, not their pizza.
I would say they are more known for like Chicago-style dogs. So.
And it's funny because our next tweet, same from MGB Mason, he says, 1, what does the Windy City Kid King make of the Chicago dog and can get at Cubs games? And is a hot dog a sandwich?
I mean, I guess it's a sandwich because it's 2 pieces of bread and meat. So I guess it technically could be considered a sandwich. But Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Chicago style hot dog. I don't like all of that on my hot dog. I don't even know what's 100% on it. I just know that there's a lot of shit on it that I don't particularly like. Like if I'm gonna get a hot dog, it's like cheese, chili, or relish, and that's it.
Oh wow. I'm a
I
plain.
feel like he's gonna get excommunicated from Chicago after this interview. Like he doesn't like any of the food.
From there because I'm from Chicago, and not once have I been on a show in Chicago. So.
Oh.
Oh.
I can't. See, I'm a plain Jane. Just give me some damn ketchup and some sauerkraut, and I'm good. I'll call it a day. Like that's your typical like New York hot dog, right? Like.
Basically, yeah. It's really simple.
It's either mustard or ketchup, and then it's usually like sauerkraut or relish, pretty much. So, but that's. Hey, Gray's Papaya in Manhattan, man. That's
Oh man, I just got the itis thinking about Gray's Papaya. Oh,
there we
God.
go again talking about food. I swear to God.
It's because of the fan tweets, man. They always
Damn
want
it,
to
you
know
fans
about
out there. I like it. Anyway, go ahead, Ray.
food. Let's keep it going. So let's talk a little bit about what's your relationship with two people here, the Buzz Killer Pat Buck and the Prince of Queens himself, Brian Myers.
So Brian Myers, I don't really have like a big relationship with him. I didn't train at the Creative Pro New York school, which is where Brian primarily trains at. I've only done maybe like 2 or 3 classes with Brian, so I would never say that Brian trained me because he didn't, and I wouldn't I wouldn't pretend that he did. I would love to spend more time with Brian, you know, if the opportunities arise. But Pat is an odd person if you've ever met him. But I like Pat very, very much. Pat has given me a lot of great advice, and Pat has basically trained me from scratch. So I do owe pretty much everything to Pat, because if it wasn't for Pat, I wouldn't know how to do anything that I do. But yeah, I'm not super friendly with Pat, but like on a professional like stand, he has all my respect.
No, there you go.
There you
There you
go.
go. Thanks.
MGB said in chat, he said copied from the internet, yellow mustard, sweet green beans, relish, onions, tomato wedges, pickle spears, short peppers, and celery salt is the Chicago dogs for people who do not know.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh God, I feel
That's a lot of.
I feel sick to my stomach right now.
No offense to Chicago, but that's a lot to put on a dog.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Look, if there's anybody listening who's going to Chicago or is from Chicago, if you go to Red Hot's on 35th Street, I will say that they do have really good hot dogs.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so my next question. Okay, so what are your thoughts of the chance of our girl Casey Catal entering your match at Heat Seekers? Does that affect of how you're preparing for the Whisper?
Not really. I'm already have it in my mind that Casey is gonna try to insert herself into the match, so I'm already prepared for it. And she has every right. She has every right to, I guess, because she wasn't able to compete in our match, in the match with me and Ellis. So she does have that right to challenge whenever she feels the need. But if I were her, I would just wait. I would wait for a one-on-one opportunity. If it's a triple threat opportunity, like, she has less of a chance of winning.
Oh.
That's true, but I do want to retort. You did say you'd give her the first shot at it, so if she's ready now, why wouldn't you give it?
No, I said I would give her a shot at it.
Oh.
But why not give her the first if she rightfully should have been in your match?
She shouldn't have got sick.
Oh, damn. Wait, where's the salt? Because I keep saying, like, I need salt on this podcast because I feel it right now. Like, damn. Okay.
I'm just trying to ask the hard-hitting questions. I'm not trying to piss the king off.
I see that.
Look, I like Casey. Me and Casey go way back. Like I said, she can have her shot at the crown, but obviously she's not the first if the Whisper announces my opponent.
There you go. There you go, Ray. There you have it.
All right.
So maybe we'll have a rebuttal from Casey later. She's not listening, I'm sure. Maybe we'll hear a rebuttal about it later. All right, so I'm probably gonna get heat for this one, but this one's from my best friend Brad. So I guess I take heat because he's my best friend. He said, when is he going to go to Colin and tell him that Ellis not only deserves a rematch, but that he's going to hand the crown over to the rightful champion since he cheated to win?
I have a really good answer for that one. Never.
Okay.
There we go.
There you go. Sorry, Brad.
Yeah.
His wife's in the chat. By the way, Margaret, go tell Brad that he said that, okay? Go ahead, Ray.
Well, he kind of answered it already. Like to him, he feels like he did the rightful thing. So it's like he doesn't see that he cheated. So we're not gonna argue it. We want to be civil.
There you go. There you go.
He did. Well done. We're gonna go with that. So, is there one person you could face again that you would face again in a heartbeat? Any previous opponent that if you had to pick right now, who would it be?
Right now, probably Anthony Bowens, who I'm actually do get to wrestle tomorrow night at the Wrestle Pro show. Anthony, we got to wrestle last year, and we got to do like multi-man matches together. And yeah, I think we just have incredible chemistry in the ring. So I would pick him over anybody probably.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've seen him numerous times in the ring live. He's pretty good. Oh man, wish I was coming to the show tomorrow. All right. So since Ray asked who would you face again, who is the dream opponent for you?
The dream opponent would be like someone like CM Punk, just because I was a huge CM Punk fan growing up. Rey Mysterio would also be a dream opponent for me. But one that was actually supposed to happen that got taken away due to the ongoing global pandemic.
Yeah.
Is Petey Williams. I was supposed to wrestle Petey Williams back in March for Wrestle Pro. It was actually supposed to be the same day as the Cruiserweight Crown match. So it'd be a really cool day of getting to wrestle Petey Williams earlier on in the day and then shooting over and winning the Synergy Crown. So yeah, if I get a chance, if I ever get another opportunity to wrestle Petey Williams, like that's number one on my list of guys I wanna get in the ring with.
Wait, Petey does he kind of weighs in around what a cruiserweight usually is around that X division style. Colin, maybe bring in a Canadian destroyer, maybe. Never know. Get the Maple Leafs in there.
I feel like we ask Colin a lot to book a lot of matches for us.
But we're giving good ideas. He's listening to our ideas.
The only way you're gonna get it is if you ask. So,
this is true.
The worst they can say is no.
We're pretty demanding around here on the No Holds Barred Network. We want a lot of matches. And then Colin said he's not here to book all my list of husbands, but he kind of does anyway. So, but Colin. You know what? We're gonna start making a dream list for Colin.
Nicholas K. We gotta tell Nicholas K.
Oh,
to book the
okay.
match. Well, I guess we'll see Nicholas next Saturday.
All right.
We'll tell him about Petey Williams.
We'll go harass him.
We'll hopefully not have to see Petey Williams get kicked in the dick though, but we'll see.
I mean,
Oh God.
if it comes to that,
Oh man.
you know I'm not above doing that.
Oh man. Colin said, "Are you paid for it, Ray?"
The sad fact that I kind of know what Petey's booking price is, so I'm gonna say no.
We're gonna have
And
to.
I won't disclose why I know that price. Let's keep it going.
Okay.
So, as someone who got their break in wrestling as a part of a faction, like I mentioned earlier, in the Beach Bums, would you say that you prefer that or to be a lone wolf as you currently wrestle?
I prefer to be on my own, just strictly for the fact of I don't like having to go on other people's schedules. I'm very I like to do things at my own pace. I like to leave at a certain time. I like to leave when I want to leave. I like to leave the show when I want to leave. I like to stop when I want to stop. So that's the only thing I like about being on my own, is that I can arrange my travel situations just based off off me and not have to worry about anybody else. But it is nice to have like partners on the road with you and stuff like that to just keep you awake, one, while you're driving, and two, keep you like mentally in check.
That's cool. Is there like somebody out there possibly like you would like to team up with, maybe?
Ooh, that I like to team up with. Nah, I'll just beat them all.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
that was straight to the point.
straight to the point. Okay. All right. This is my infamous question. I ask everybody that comes on this podcast this question. What's the craziest thing a fan's done to get your attention?
The craziest thing a fan's done to get my attention? I did a show in Whitehall, New York. I think it was for World. I think it was World of Hurt Wrestling. I could be wrong on that. But I remember being in the locker room, and this isn't gonna sound crazy because like it's the only real time like a fan has ever really tried to get my attention. But I was in the locker room and somebody came in. They're like, "Hey, there's somebody outside who like wants to talk to you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I went out there, and it was like, three people like swarm at me like, "Oh my God, you were so great! You were so great!" And I was like, "This is weird," especially because I was like less than a year into wrestling. I was like, "This is so weird. I'm not used to this." But now it's like, there's nothing really weird that like there's no like weird way fans have tried to get my attention other than like just asking somebody to like get me out of the locker room to come like take a picture.
Okay. All right. We've heard some crazy
It
stories.
It sounds like a good problem to have, though. At least that fans very like.
Yeah.
They're appreciative of what you do in the ring.
Hey.
At least. So.
I mean, they were female fans, so.
Well, there you go. Even better. The kind of fans you want after you. Hey, it could be worse. You could be like Nick Shin that got a whole pizza pie thrown at him in the ring, so. We didn't actually. I broke him. Hey, it's a true story. I think that's episode 3 on the No Holds Barred Network. I think, or 4. It's one of the.
I feel like after this episode, they're just gonna throw the toppings to a Chicago-style hot dog down.
Yeah.
His chin toward it. Like,
Wait, Michael Starks, are you still in the chat? Can we borrow your hot dog so we can throw it at him at Synergy Wrestling?
Tell Hot Dog he's not allowed to throw Frankie at me.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Go ahead, Ray.
Okay, so a few weeks ago we had a previous guest as well. We had the billionaire playboy Charles Mason on. He had a few words though to say about you, his desire for the crown, how he's better than you, this and that. Do you have any words for Mr. Mason?
I'm the king and he's not. What more is there to say?
Oh.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I do enjoy everything that Charles does in the ring. I think Charles is an incredible talent. But I'm still the king and he's not. So.
Well, then there you have it, Charlie. Sorry.
Oh, man. Okay. What has been one of your moments in the ring thus far? Like, what has been one of your, like, favorite moments in the ring so far of your career?
When I got to wrestle Anthony Bowens it was almost a year ago to the day. So like I said, over the past year, I had a lot of problems in my personal life, and they kind of started the day before I wrestled Bowens at the Wrestle Pro Shotgun Thursday night show. So that was like one of the first times I actually went into the match and just kind of let all my emotions like out. And I remember after the match, like I just remember sitting in the corner, standing ovation, and like it was such a good feeling that like, man, with all the shit that's going down in my life right now, I got all these people who are behind me and who want to see me like do well. So that was really, really cool. That was probably like the most special moment in the ring for me. And then getting to walk after the match, walking back through the curtain. Like I said, Dan Moff was one of my trainers. He grabbed me, gave me a hug, and said how proud he was of me. And like that was such a cool moment because all I've ever wanted was just the respect of the guys who trained me. And that night, I sure as hell got it.
That's great. It's great.
It's truly a great story to hear. And a
Yeah.
great moment. Glad that you got to have that happen and just get that ovation there. Um, so let's talk a little bit about. Sadly, like we mentioned, we're in this pandemic. We're in this situation. But with wrestling finally coming back, what does it mean to be able to perform again and be able to stand in front of a crowd and have the fans get to cheer, boo, whatever they're doing, and just be able to entertain?
I remember like once all this happened, that was my biggest thing, was like not knowing when I was going to be able to step back into a ring, and not knowing when I was going to be able to have that feeling again, that rush of adrenaline, that sense of like all these people are on their feet cheering for me or booing me or reacting to something that I'm doing. So like once I got a chance to do it again, like it felt like it was my first match all over again. It felt like I had the same nerves, the same. I mean, I guess I have nerves every time I wrestle, but it was different getting back in the ring for the first time after like 4 or 5 months, whatever it was. So yeah, it was just that rush of adrenaline came back, and all the feelings that I had when I first stepped into the ring came back, and it was awesome. And I love having that feeling.
It's great. It's great. So what do you like to do when you're not in the squared circle?
I just play basketball, play video games, watch The Office,
Yes.
just like a normal person.
Ooh, who's your favorite?
What, from The Office?
Yes.
Ooh, it's a tough one, but I'm gonna go. I really like Kevin. Huge Kevin Mark.
I love all the Christmas episodes. It's like, even if it's not Christmas, I like rewatching the Christmas episodes for whatever reason.
I'll watch the Belschnickel episode like I'll watch the episode like 100 times.
Do you have the pops too for them? Like, shout out to our girl April. No, too funny.
Oh god. Okay, so I guess sadly we're coming down to the end of our questions here, down to the final two. I end off with this one. What is the end goal for TJ Crawford? What would you like your legacy in wrestling to be?
I want to be the best. I mean, like at the end of the day, I literally just want people to hear my name and be like, he's one of the best wrestlers that ever lived. Okay. And I know I'm only 4.5 years into my wrestling career, but I mean, I know I have long way before I'm ever considered to be one of the best. But every day, that's all I work towards, just being the best that I possibly can be, and the best I can be is the best wrestler in the world. So that's the end goal, is to be recognized as the best wrestler alive.
That's good. So we also have a lot of fans that always they always ask for like advice, you know, if they want to go into training and stuff. So do you have any like advice or, you know, any tips for them that they should follow to become a professional wrestler?
The biggest tips I can give is find a good school with the right trainers. Be motivated to do it. Don't just don't go into it half-assing it. Have good people around you to keep you mentally sane, because especially for me, I moved away from my entire family to do this. So like I don't have I have family out here in New Jersey, but I don't have like my parents to fall back on or like keep me sane, kind of. So my biggest thing is, if you're going to do it, you have to make sure that you have people around you who are going to keep you grounded, keep you mentally in check, because the wrestling business will mentally drain you pretty quickly. So that's my biggest thing, is have good supporters, find a good school, and just work hard.
It's great advice. I like it. If you guys in the chat have any other questions, drop them in the chat. But I have the 2 posters here for the 2 upcoming shows that you're working. So obviously Synergy, which will be there next Saturday.
Yep.
So we'll be there. And then the Wrestle Pro that you had also sent me as well, you said, which is Saturday. That's in New Jersey as well, correct?
Yes. It's in Union, New Jersey at I think the address is 1034 Jeanette Avenue in Union, New Jersey.
Okay. Awesome. Guys, definitely like check it out. It's another great promotion if you haven't. thank God also like for apps as well. I don't know, is that one streamed on Fight or is it on like YouTube Wrestle Pro?
I don't think it's gonna be streamed live, but I know the show will like be available hopefully like pretty soon after it's done.
Okay, yeah, definitely check it out, guys. It's another great promotion as well. And Synergy will be on Fight TV, guys, so definitely go pay-per-view it. And also, if you would like to see old wrestling of Synergy, you can also check out Paraslam TV, which I have a free code for you guys. It's no holds free. Definitely use that. You get 1 month free, which is pretty great from our friends over there. So definitely like check it out. So oh, Mag says he's got a giveaway running on Twitter, courtesy of Colin. So
Ooh, definitely go check that out.
thank you, Colin.
Guys.
It's pretty
Gotta love
awesome.
a
Go
good-
check
a
out our
good
boy
giveaway.
Mags. So, and actually, I have some stuff for you guys next week, which I'll make an announcement this weekend actually for you guys. So, and like I said, Colin will come. Colin's definitely gonna come on to the podcast as well and talk some Heat Seekers. So, I mean, I that's all for our questions. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you if they want to find you?
Find me on social medias on Instagram and Twitter at TJC Wrestling. Like I said, you could go in the
Yes, in the description below, guys. I have all that. It's all there below. And his merch.
Yep, prosintees.com/overtime TJ Crawford. Get the Windy City Kid t-shirts. Get the Chicago Strong Style shirts in black and in red. Get the new King of Wrestling shirt. Wear the shirt that has the new King of Wrestling on it. Hear what I'm saying to you people. Support the king.
Ooh. Support it, guys.
Yeah.
Support
There
it,
you
guys.
go.
Oh, actually, like before we let you go, I'm gonna throw Ray under the bus a little bit because it seems to be the thing now. So, anyway, so like we keep saying, Sunji is next Saturday. Me and Ray will be there live, and we'll be doing a little bit of podcasting as well. But you know, unfortunately, I don't know. We didn't see you the last show that we went to, and it was hashtag Chop Ray Day. And we had a whole bunch of wrestlers chopping Ray because it's hashtag Chop Ray Day. So, by popular demand, you know, the fans need to see this stuff. So we wanted to do a part 2 because we need the entire roster of Synergy to chop Ray. And you're on the roster, yet you haven't chopped Ray. So, you know, thoughts, you know, we'll give Ray a chop.
We're gonna have to change that at Heat Seekers.
See?
I was kind of hoping like we're finishing up. I thought Tiff was gonna.
No,
See,
man.
Tiff, that's just let me ask those certain questions, huh? So he could get mad at me and
Yeah.
have a reason to want to chop me.
Yeah. That's exactly why. There's a plot to my madness here.
Well, as long as he chops me and doesn't kick me in a certain place, I think we'll be fine. Cause yeah.
What do you think, TJ?
Well, you show no threat to my crown, so.
Maybe Ray will be cleaning the crown, you know, hoping so he doesn't get chopped.
Wow.
And Mag said hashtag chop Ray all day.
Ah.
See? It's by popular demand, Ray. You'll be all right. So, well, anyway, guys, we're going to wrap that up. So thank you again for listening. Make sure you like, you share, go give TJ a follow. Make sure you go pay-per-view Synergy so you can go see him. Check out Wrestle Pro. Check out, there's so much great stuff. Like I said, go on Power Slam TV. You can type in his name. And you can find a whole bunch of matches from him as well if you're interested. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Ray, is there anything else?
No, I guess that's about it. Definitely support indie wrestling, guys. Support Synergy next week. We'll be there live. Sadly, I guess I'll be getting chopped a lot, but we'll be having a good time. We'll be having fun. Who knows? We'll see what happens with TJ's crown. And yeah, support indie wrestling. Follow us, and thank you guys for watching.
Yes, and TJ, thank you so much for joining us on this episode, and good luck next week.
Thank you for having me on, and thank you, and yeah, I'll see you guys at Heat Seekers.
Alrighty. Thank you, guys.
There's something you owe me. Give it back to me. I